The subconscious mind. How does the subconscious mind work? We have separate faculties of our mind that govern our behavior. If we take a moment to think about where you are, you can probably notice a few things. You can probably feel the feeling of your feet on the floor, or the feeling of your clothes sitting on your body, or even pain somewhere in the body. Is this conscious or subconscious? Well, when you feel it, recognize it, are aware of it, it becomes conscious. Recognition of something is the essence of being conscious of it. Therefore, if you have the intention of doing something with something that you recognize, you can do it quite easily, such as go and eat a sandwich because you are hungry, or to talk to a friend because you want to talk to them. We all have the ability to consciously choose our life. A thought enters our head and we act upon that thought. However, what about the things that you can't do or can't stop doing, such as eating too much, getting too lazy, getting shy or self-conscious when you don't want to, or being unable to give up something that you know is bad for you? In these two main parts of the body, the conscious and the subconscious, are very different characteristics. The conscious mind is aware. It is what we use to think with. It has a lot of mental activity. It is what we would call our mind or ourselves. If I want to do something, generally, I would use my conscious mind to organize myself to do the task. I can put one foot in front of the other when I walk. I can put one piece of clothing on at a time when I put my clothes on. I can choose to call a friend, or choose to take a particular job, or even choose to be with certain people in my life. However, this conscious mind is only concerned with actively doing things. It has no stored information. So if you can imagine the first time you walked, or the first time you ate, or the first time you talked to someone, the first time you learned to dress yourself, you would realize how much information you already have stored in your subconscious. Our memory is so large and so deep that things that happen to us when we are young are almost completely forgotten up until roughly the age of 4, 5 or 6. We may remember a few bits and pieces, but basically all those memories are stored in our subconscious mind because they do not serve any immediate purpose to be immediately recalled consciously. We live our lives and are basically forgetting upwards of 99% of all our daily activity. If we were to listen to a phone number being read out to use, we can hold that data consciously for about 10 seconds before it starts to fade. And the senses in our bodies, the 5 senses, survey trillions of bits of data every second as we walk around in the world. But most of this information is stored and held in the subconscious without it ever being recalled again. No information that is observed is lost entirely though, as hypnosis has proven that deep recall of insignificant events can be brought up if the focus is deep enough. And most of the time in the early stages of development, experiences lead to many significant changes in behavior and personal beliefs about ourselves and the world. The subconscious probably represents 90 to 95% of our behavior. But we think all our behavior comes from our conscious awareness. In reality, we drift in and out of consciousness all the time. So we don't realize how many decisions we make subconsciously. Now let me put this idea to you. What if you were asked to strip naked and walk through a busy shopping center? There's no way, right? We can understand immediately how uncomfortable this would make many of us feel. Yet the idea of us being uncomfortable is purely based on our experiences of that uncomfortableness. Our entire subconscious would list reason after reason for not doing it, and we would feel physical reactions to this, such as sweating, nervousness, panic, fear, embarrassment, etc. Well, that is your subconscious, making sure that we follow its code of ethics. The ideas in the subconscious mind are a catalogue of experiences that told us at the time, this is the way to deal with this. The subconscious is there to run programs from your learned experiences. It remembers how to walk, how to eat, how to sit, how to do everything. If you don't think about how you're going to do things, it will keep on running these programs and do them to the best of your learned ability. The subconscious does not forget anything. So when it has both good practices and bad practices, it will run the one that is most well rehearsed. The inspiration can be explained as a kind of deeper subconscious. The deeper mind is best described as the part of ourself that has the ability to know more about a situation than we do. When we see the bridge only, the deeper mind sees the land beyond the bridge. To hear the deeper mind speak, we need to be very consciously relaxed and in the zone, or when we feel something, when we get inspiration or an idea. When we allow ourselves to work from this deeper subconscious, we are truly working from the heart. When we work from our heart, we are really following our true abilities and are able to do almost anything that we want. However, as most people will realize, inspiration, knowing, trusting, feeling, all the time is quite difficult. When we lock into that deep flow of energy, we can create amazing things. But when we can't, we often try to struggle to get back there. When we can't get back there, our conscious mind attempts to take us back there by willing it and pushing it. However, this usually just makes things worse. We soon find that we are using our mental energy to do something badly that before we were doing wonderfully. The conscious mind cannot do it itself. It has very little processing power to accomplish complex tasks. It is only really needed to get the ball rolling and to guide the ship in the right direction. The deeper subconscious is connected to your intuition and knowing. So when you are really focused and have access to that state,